Hey guys, what's up? Today I got for you probably one of the best record hauls I've ever had. Maybe the best. I got some really awesome stuff. A lot of the stuff I got for $1. Another stuff I got, $5 to $10. I have so much stuff that I gotta really quickly go through this so I don't have a half an hour video or something. So what I did, it was on Saturday, it's Monday night right now. I went to a guy's sale. He had it up on Craigslist and I checked it out. And I got there 10 minutes early, and even though I got there 10 minutes early, a couple people already went through the records, but still, I got some awesome stuff for very good prices. Here's a stack from just that. I'm going from the cheapest to the most expensive. But before, I just want to say that 2 records I do not have anymore. It was my girlfriend's birthday, so I gave her 2 records that I got from that sale, and one was Let It Bleed by the Rolling Stones. I got that for $5, and it was in pretty decent shape. The other one was Tattoo You by the Rolling Stones, and that was $3. So let's go through this. First off, we got Wild Honey by the Beach Boys. This was $3. I already have a copy of this. The cover for this one is not as good, but the record is definitely a lot better, so I will switch out the cover and the record, and I'll have a pretty good copy. And for $3, I have the B-52s. I guess this is a self-titled album. I listened to this for the first time, this record, and it's, I really liked it. I didn't think I would like it that much, but I actually really did. And here we have music from Big Pink, the band. I just recently got a copy of this that wasn't original. This one is an original pressing. This was $4, and it's in pretty decent shape. It's nice to have an original. I was a little upset getting one that was a later pressing because I always like to have the originals, but that was awesome to find. And here I just pretty much got for the cover. This was $6. Imagine John Lennon. It's still in the shrink. The record is kind of scratched up, but it was just worth it just for the shrink wrap cover. Here we have for $6 a non-original Beatles White Album. The records are a little bit scratched up, but overall it's a pretty decent copy for $6. We have Between the Buttons, the Rolling Stones in mono, an original pressing. This is $8. Cool album to get. It's a little rare. This one was $10. I already took it out and put it in its own little wrapper. But this is Revolver by the Beatles in mono. This is a very good copy of this, especially for $10. So really awesome to get that. Electric Ladyland by Jimi Hendrix. Really awesome record. I don't think I have this. I might. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, that's all I got at the sale. But then I went to my local record store that I always go to, and has like the dollar basement, and that's where I usually get most of my records. And I got some really awesome stuff. First off, I'm just going to show you my 78s I got there. I do collect 78s, not nearly as much as I do, LPs or 45s or whatever, but I look for them, and if I find some good ones, I'll definitely get them. So I got 3 while I was there. First off, I got 2 by the Platters. I have Only You, and the other side is Bark, Rattle, and Ball. And then we have The Great Pretender, and It's Just a Dancing Partner. And The Great Pretender was $7, and the other one, Only You, was $4. And then I have, which was really awesome to find, Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and the Comets, in really good shape. This one was $15. And the B-side is 13 Women. So I got a stack in the top store. So most of them are out like $5 to $10, but some are cheaper, some are more. And then I also got more in the dollar thing. So I'll go through my ones up top first. First up, we got Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones with the original zipper cover. I always love getting copies of this. In pretty decent shape. People always rip this open. And then here's an upgrade copy. We have Rolling Stones, More Hot Rocks, Big Hits and Phased Cookies. This was $7. More of their hits. Then for $7, we have Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits. I've wanted this. I only have a few Janis Joplin albums, but I wanted to get a Greatest Hits album by her, so it was cool to get this. And for $5, we have Canned Heat, Living the Blues. And this is an early album that still has the main singer guy, I forget his name, but this has the song Going Up the Country on it. And so my roommate Like for a really long time, he was looking for the album "Bad" by Michael Jackson, and we went to the record store a few times, couldn't find it. On eBay, he looked, but he kind of wanted to get it kind of cheap, and so he ended up just getting a different one that was the picture disc that was released like 2012, I think, and that was like $20. But so I go there on Saturday, and I find not one copy of "Bad," but 2 copies of "Bad." I already have one, but I'm not sure the shape that it's in. I mainly got both of them. Well, one because they were cheap. I might give one to my roommate. Another thing is one is a promo, and one is, just a regular copy. And they're both in very, very good shape. Both $6. We have an original Johnny Cash album on Sun. This was released in like the early 60s. I don't know the exact year. It might be 1960. So now here's Johnny Cash. This was $7. Original Sun label. A lot of early Johnny Cash stuff. And this one was cool to find. I don't really like the Grateful Dead that much. I haven't really got into them enough. But I saw this and I just had to get it. This was Grateful Dead. I think this is called like the Skull and Roses album or something like that. This is $8. So cool to get. Grateful Dead stuff is kind of hard to find. And the final album that I got in the top store, Bob Dylan, Blonde on Blonde. I don't know why, but for the past like 3 times I went, there has been a copy of this, and it's just like, I had to get it, because it was a different sort of pressing. Now, the first one I ever got was an original stereo one with the girl cover, with a woman on the inside right there. And the later ones had that photo taken out. But my original one was just like this, except it's not as good shape. I have it over there. And then I got another one that was an original mono, and then I got another one that was a later stereo, and then I got this one, and so probably just gonna sell my original one now and trade it with this one. Awesome to get. Alright, here we got my dollar finds. All these, they are $1 each, but I know he gave me a deal. I don't know how many I bought, I didn't count, but he charged me $21. That's what they do. If you get a bunch of them, then they'll just, take a few bucks off. First up, I have a Beatles white album with the original, with the serial number. The cover is in pretty darn good shape. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good for $1. The records are pretty scratched up. They're still decent, so I'm very happy getting this. And next we have A Hard Day's Night, the Beatles. Cover is pretty bad. A lot of splitting on it. But I have another cover somewhere that's just the cover, so I will swap out the record and the covers. And here we have just the record for Yesterday and Today by the Beatles. In pretty decent shape. Thought, why not? It's $1. And here we have the Beatles 65 in decent shape. McCartney. There's a little bit of water damage, well, a lot of water damage. Just in this bottom corner, though. And the record plays actually very, very well. Then here we have, for LP fans only, Elvis Presley. This is an original pressing of this. Another time I got one of these for $1 at the record store. And I don't think it was in as good shape as this, so cool to get this. Janis Joplin. This one's called I Got Dem All Cosmic Blues Again, Mama. I've seen this album before, but I didn't really care about it enough to buy it for more. So I saw it for $1, and I thought this might be the time to get it. And here we have just the record for Are You Experienced? Jimi Hendrix. I love this album. It's one of my favorites. Now, I looked in the Rolling Stone section when I was there, and I just couldn't believe what was there. There was a stack of Rolling Stone albums there, so I got them all. First off, I think the biggest thing that I got there was this. Exile on Main Street by the Rolling Stones. One of the greatest albums, people say, of all time. Definitely the Rolling Stones' greatest album. I took all the records out, but there's the records with the original sleeves in here. And they were a little bit scratched up. That's alright. I mean, it's still fine. But then, also in the section, a copy of Exile on Main Street with just the records. So it was just the inner sleeves with the records. And I looked at those, and those records were very, very good. So now I pretty much got like a very good copy of XL on Main Street for $2. So there's the sleeves. And then next up we have Flowers by the Rolling Stones. And this one I've never seen before. This one's from the UK. It's called Stone Age. I never saw this, but it's a laminated cover. I love UK laminated covers. Pretty cool to pick up. Here we have Get Your Yayas Out, the Rolling Stones in concert. I have one copy of this, and it's like a weird like French copy or something. So, you know, it's nice to get a US copy finally. And we have Goat's Head Soup, the Rolling Stones. Now all these albums are just like in okay condition, but still, like, for $1, that's amazing. Beggar's Banquet. And here we have Michael Jackson's Thriller. Another Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. And the Jacksons, Destiny. The Ring of Fire, the best of Johnny Cash. Joe Cocker with a Little Help from My Friends. I've wanted this album. Now this one's pretty beat up, but still, I can live with this for a while. I really like his cover with a little help from my friends. So awesome to get this. Green River, Creedence Clearwater Revival. I love Creedence Clearwater Revival. I think they're really underrated today. I think that more people should know about them and listen to them because I just think they're amazing. Now this is not really the music I would listen to, but it's Quiet Riot, Metal Health. I just know the song Come On Feel the Noise. So I thought, why not? It's $1. I should get it. Tiny Tim, For All My Little Friends. I think Tiny Tim is just hilarious. And I guess this is like an album meant for children. But the song names still are just really funny, you know. On the Good Ship Lollipop, Sunshine Cake. Tiny Tim is just a character. I love it. Now here we have Layla by Derek and the Dominoes. I've wanted this album. I've actually seen this album in the dollar section before, but I was with my friend and he wanted the album more than I did. So he picked it up, but now I'm finally able to get my own copy of this. It's pretty beat up, but still I can live with it for now. And then finally we have Son of Schmilson. I heard about Nilsson before and I heard that he's good. So I thought I would check him out with this album. I'm pretty sure he has better stuff than this, but, you know, whatever. Alright, thanks guys for watching. You know, again, this was one of my best record hauls. I think, in my personal opinion, I think this is just really, really great. I think I spent like 150 total on all this stuff. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. You know, I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.